Welcome to this training. Have you tried to speak English for years? Do you understand the words but stay quiet? Do you feel shy or nervous about your voice? I want to share something important with you. The issue is not your fault. You have learned English incorrectly. Because nobody revealed the real secret. Nobody explained that fluency is not from your brain. Fluency comes from your mouth. Yes, your own mouth. When singers practice, they do not read about music. They sing every day with loudness and feeling. When dancers want to get better, they do not study moves. They move their body over and over again. And a baby learns to speak without studying grammar. They just copy sounds and voices. They train their mouth without any fear. So why do you still treat English like schoolwork? Why are you studying it instead of speaking it? In this video, I will reveal the truth. I will teach you what no teacher has taught you. I will provide a mouth training guide that can completely transform your English, even if you are a total beginner. This method is simple and powerful. Doing it daily will change everything. This is not only about English. This is about finding your confidence. This is about gaining your freedom. This is about giving your voice back. So listen with care until the end. Speak along with me and feel every word. And for more strong videos like this, remember to subscribe to our channel now. We are not just making a YouTube channel. We are creating a revolution for English learners all around the world. Let us begin. Part 1. The Great Truth. Fluency is in your mouth, not your mind. You have likely heard people say this. I understand English, but I cannot speak. The words are in my head, but I cannot say them. I know what to say, but my mouth is frozen. Let me explain why this occurs. It is not because you are not intelligent. It is not because you have a bad memory. It is not because you failed to study enough. It is because your mouth has never been trained to speak the English language. Think about the following situation. Imagine a singer who knows all the song lyrics, but she never practices singing them out loud. Can she perform fluently on stage? No. Imagine a football player who watches videos, but never runs, kicks, or plays an actual game. Will he ever become a champion? Never. Now, think about your own situation. You have read grammar rules and learned vocabulary. You have watched videos in English. But how many minutes each day do you train? How often do you speak English aloud, without any fear or shame? Probably not very much, and that is the problem. Your brain can learn English, but your mouth must deliver the words. Let me clarify something powerful. Your brain stores the vocabulary. Your brain understands all the sentences. Your brain listens, reads, and remembers. But your brain is not the speaker. Your mouth is a speaker. So your brain might say, I know what to say. But your mouth says, I have never said that. That is when the issue starts. That is when the silence begins. That is when fear takes over. That is when you start to feel stuck, even though you have learned so much. English is not simply a language. It is a physical skill, just like music, dance, driving, or swimming. Speaking English is a physical habit. It lives in your lips, tongue, breath, and voice. And your confidence. You can only build that habit through repetition, by speaking and practicing everything out loud. That is why we call this mouth training. It is like a gym, not for your body, but for your English. Each sentence you speak is a repetition. Every tongue twister is a drill. Every new word spoken aloud is muscle memory. You have probably experienced this yourself. You are watching a YouTube video in English. You can understand everything that is said. But when a person asks you what the video was about, you suddenly feel nervous. You do not know how to explain it. Why is that? Because you never practiced using your mouth to express the message. Your brain was full. Your mouth was empty. Now, imagine this instead. You watch the video and you pause it every 30 seconds. You repeat the sentence out loud. You speak it again and again. Now you have trained the mouth. Now your words can flow freely. Now you are not just learning English. You are living it. The reason you cannot speak is not because you are bad at English. It is because you have been quiet for too long. But silence is not your natural state. You were born to speak. You just have to practice. Not quietly, but with your mouth. Part 2. The daily mouth training routine. The fluency gym that actually works. What is mouth training? Mouth training means the following. You do not just listen to the English language. You do not just read it. You move your mouth again and again. Like an athlete, a singer, or a speaker. It is about speaking loudly, repeating with a rhythm, stretching your sentences out, feeling your own voice, and making your mouth comfortable with English. This is how muscle memory can build fluency. This is how you go from thinking in English to speaking in English. The routine consists of 5 simple exercises, just 10 minutes a day. You do not need a teacher or a partner. You do not even need confidence. You just need 10 minutes and your mouth. You can do this in the mirror or in your room, while you walk or before you sleep, after brushing your teeth. But do it every day and speak with emotion. Now let me provide the exact steps. Exercise 1 is the stretch. The duration is 2 minutes. Its purpose is to warm up your muscles, your lips, jaw, and breath. Think of it as yoga for speaking. It releases tension and readies your mouth. For the English flow, stand in front of a mirror and look at your face. Breathe deeply. Now say these lines slowly and clearly. I am here, I can speak, I do not need to be perfect, I need to be free. My English does not need permission. It just needs my practice. Repeat this 3 times. Why does this work? You are giving your mouth and mind a signal. It is time to speak right now. This exercise shifts your mindset from a student to a speaker. The simplicity of the sentences does not matter. What matters is how you say them. Say them slowly and with breath. Say them as if they are important. Because this is not grammar, this is your new voice. Exercise 2 is the drill. The duration is 2 minutes. Its purpose is to train your mouth for speed, with words that sound similar. This is like going to the fluency gym. You repeat power word clusters until your mouth is faster, smoother, and stronger. Say these words 3 times. Increase your speed with each round. Set 1 is the B and P cluster. Better, butter, batter, better, bottom. Bitterly, paper, pepper, proper, pretty. Perfect purpose. Set 2 is the C and K cluster. Coffee, copy company, common, commit, comment. Set 3 is the R cluster. Run, write, really ready, road rule, roll radio. Take a deep breath between each set. Then say, I can say this clearly. I can say this faster. I can say this freely. Why does this work? When your mouth gets used to speed and sound, your brain begins to trust it. This is muscle memory in action. At first, it will feel strange. After 1 week, it will feel like a song. After 1 month, it will feel like your native rhythm. Exercise 3 is the tongue twister challenge. The duration is 2 minutes. The purpose is to improve your clarity and your sharpness with tricky phrases. This is the ultimate test for your mouth. Tongue twisters are fun, hard, and powerful. They push your limits and make regular English feel easy afterward. Start slowly, then go faster and faster. Tongue twister 1. She sells seashells on the seashore. Tongue twister 2. 30. Thirsty thinker's thought, thrilling thoughts. Tongue twister 3. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Now say, if I can say this, I can say anything. I am not afraid of fast words. My mouth gets stronger every day. When you train hard, everything else is easy. Tongue twisters overtrain your muscles, so with normal English you feel fast and free. Exercise 4 is sentence stretching. The duration is 2 minutes. Its purpose is to turn small words into long and confident sentences. Fluent people expand their thoughts. They do not just speak fast. They stretch a simple sentence into a natural flow. You will now practice this. Stretch yourself. Start with this word, I. Now stretch it. I want. I want to speak. I want to speak better. I want to speak better English. I want to speak better English every day. I want to speak better English with confidence. Now take a breath. Do the same with these phrases. He is learning. He is learning English. He is learning English at home. He is learning English at home by speaking. We practice together. We practice together because we want to grow. We practice together to grow and succeed. Why does this work? You are training your brain to think in full sentences. This builds grammar confidence and speaking fluency. This develops natural expression. It helps your speaking mouth match your thinking mind. Exercise 5 is your identity voice. The duration is 2 minutes. The purpose is to build fluency with emotion, belief, and power. This is the most important section. You speak not as a student, but as the English speaker you are becoming. You say it with real emotion. You say it with truth. You say it like you believe it. Stand up and look in the mirror. Speak these lines clearly and powerfully. I am an English speaker. I do not wait for perfection. I practice. I do not fear mistakes. I welcome them. I speak English with my voice, my feeling, my power. I am becoming fluent, not one day, but every day. My voice matters. My words matter. My story matters. Repeat these sentences twice. Feel every word you say. Breathe with strength. Why does this work? Fluency is not just a skill, it is an identity. When you say these sentences, you are training your voice, your mindset, your emotion, and your purpose. This is how you become the person who lives in English, not just learns it. Now you know all 5 exercises. Let's repeat them very quickly. The stretch warms up your voice and breath. The drill trains your lips and tongue. Tongue twisters build clarity and sharpness. Sentence stretching grows your fluency. Identity voice makes you speak with belief. Do this full routine every day for 7 days. For just 10 minutes a day. Your mouth will feel different. Your voice will feel stronger. Your words will come out faster. Your fear will start to disappear. Because you are not just learning English, you are speaking it, living it, and becoming it. Part 3. Why this training is effective. the secret power you were not taught. You have likely seen this before. A student has high scores on English tests. They can read a newspaper or watch a movie. But a simple question makes them freeze. For instance, can you tell me about yourself? They become quiet and look down. They forget all they have learned. This is the painful reality for millions of learners. They have English in their brain, but they cannot use it with their mouth. Why is this? Because no one told them what I will tell you. Let me explain with a very simple concept. There are two kinds of memory. One is mental memory, stored in your brain. It helps you remember things like vocabulary. You can write it, read it, or think about it. Two is muscle memory, stored in your body. It helps you do things automatically, like riding a bike, swimming, dancing, or singing. You cannot learn this by reading, only by doing it over and over. Now think about the following. Speaking English fluently is not a brain memory. It is a muscle memory that is built in your mouth. And just like you cannot learn dancing from a book, you cannot speak English fluently just by studying. You need to speak it, train it, and repeat it, and live it with your own voice. That is why mouth training is successful. That is why this is different from other methods. Let us imagine two people learning English. Person A is the smart student. They know 1,000 words. They have a notebook full of grammar rules. They understand English TV shows perfectly, but they never speak out loud. They are scared of making mistakes when it is time for them to speak. They say, I know the word, I just cannot say it. Why? Because they have brain knowledge, but no mouth experience. Person B is the slow beginner. They know only 100 words, but they say those words every day. They talk to themselves in English. They speak in front of the mirror. They stretch their sentences. They do the mouth training exercises. After 1 month, this person speaks with more confidence and fluency than person A. Why is this? Because fluency is not about how much you know. It is about how much you have trained your mouth. Dei mi key to speak the language. Think about music for a moment. A piano player does not become great by studying. They become great by playing the piano every day. Even when they make mistakes, they keep playing. Their fingers start moving automatically. They do not have to think. Their muscles remember. The same is true for you. You want to speak English fluently. You must train your lips, your jaw, your breath, and your rhythm every single day. That is how you can become fluent. Let me tell you a story about Sarah. Sarah was from a very small town. She never went to an English-speaking school. She understood English, but lacked the courage to speak. Every time she tried, her voice would shake. She felt small, weak, and embarrassed. One day, she watched a video just like this one. It said, "Start with your mouth. Do not wait for confidence. Build it." With repetition. Sarah was scared, but she decided to try it. Every morning, she stood in front of the mirror. She said simple sentences out loud. She whispered to herself in English at night. She did the mouth routine daily. In the beginning, it felt very weird, but after 1 week, she felt different. After 2 weeks, she started recording videos. After 1 month, she did her first live video call. Not perfect, but fluent. Not fast, but fearless. And now she teaches other people. All because she stopped waiting for fluency to come from her brain, and she started building it with her mouth. Why do most people stay silent forever? Here is the sad truth. Most English learners are just waiting. They say things like, I will speak when I feel ready. I will start speaking when I know more words. I will talk when I am perfect. But the truth is, you will never feel ready. Because fluency does not come to you. You go to it. You build it, you train for it, and you speak for it. You sweat for it, and you repeat it over and over again. Just like you train your body in the gym, you train your mouth to speak. That is the only way. Let us break it all down. The problem is what most learners do, what this method does. Brain full, but mouth empty. They keep studying silently. They build real speaking power. The fear of mistakes keeps them quiet, but this encourages repetition plus confidence. Vocabulary, but no fluency means they wait. This method makes you speak now and learn faster. A passive learner only listens. This makes you an active speaker. Confidence is missing, so they avoid speaking. This builds identity through your voice. Your brain cannot lead this whole journey. Your mouth has to do it. If you wait for your brain to feel fluent, you will wait for your entire life. But if you train your mouth to move, even with small and simple words, you will feel confident and you will feel growth. You will start thinking in English because the more you speak, the more your brain works with your mouth. They become a real team. That is what fluency is. The mind-mouth connection explained simply. Imagine this flow inside of your head. Thought or idea in English, then mouth speaks. Someone hears you speak. If you never train your mouth, this flow breaks down completely. Your thoughts stay stuck inside of you. Your mouth does not know how to deliver them, so you stay silent. But when you train your mouth, thoughts flow naturally. Sentences come automatically. You do not have to translate what you want to say. You just speak with rhythm, feeling, and ease. This is how you build real speaking confidence that no one can take away from you. Fluency is not a gift. It is a habit. You are not bad at English. You are just untrained in the art of speaking. And now you have the training. You have the method and the routine. All you need is the daily practice. Do it every day, even when you are tired. Do it even if you feel silly, because every sentence you speak out loud, every repetition you do, every whisper you make at night is building a voice that the world will one day hear. Part 4, the 7-Day Mouth Training Challenge. Let's be completely honest with ourselves. Watching this video is not enough. Feeling motivated is not enough. Even understanding everything is not enough. The only thing that will change your fluency is taking action, and not just one-time action, but repeated, daily, emotional practice. So in this part, I will give you a 7-day challenge that will change your speaking level forever, even if you are just starting out. And no, you do not need expensive classes, a speaking partner, or a fancy teacher. A perfect accent, or even confidence. All you need is your voice and your time, and your decision, and just 10 minutes a day. That is it. Are you ready? Let us go. Day 1 is about just beginning. Even if it sounds bad, your mindset is key. I will speak even with 100 errors. Today's objective is very direct. Simply open your mouth and speak. Without fear, shame, or hesitation. Say your name and what you want to learn. Say why you are doing this challenge. Repeat these identity statements. I do not wait for perfect English. I speak with what I know. Mistakes do not stop me, but silence does. I speak today, not someday. For your 10-minute mission, do the full 5-step routine. Record your voice if you can. Even for 30 seconds. You are not performing, you are starting. Day 2 is to speak what you see. Your mindset is this. My world is my own practice zone. Today, practice describing things around you. Your room, your phone, your mirror, your clothes. Do not worry about the grammar. Just speak and stretch your sentence. Here are some examples. This is my phone, and I use it to learn. I watch English videos on this phone. I am wearing a blue shirt, and I like it. I bought it last month, and it makes me feel good. For your 10-minute mission, do the full mouth training routine. Plus, speak 5 things around you. Use real objects and speak to them, like you are speaking to a friend. Why does this work? You connect English with your life. Not grammar or school, your world becomes your classroom. Day 3 is to speak what you feel. Your mindset is this. Fluency means emotion, not just words. Today, you will speak about your feelings. What are you feeling right now? Happy, nervous, excited, or scared? Speak it out loud. For example, I feel nervous, but I am doing this anyway, because I really want to grow. I feel very proud of myself. I have completed 2 days of this challenge. I never thought that I could do it. For your 10-minute mission, do the full mouth routine. Plus 3 emotional sentences aloud. Say them with energy, breath, and truth. This trains your mouth and your heart. Because real fluency is not about perfect grammar. It is about saying what is inside you. Day 4 is to tell a short story. Your mindset is this. Every voice has a story, and mine matters. Today, you will speak one short story from your life. It can be something very small, a childhood memory, or a funny mistake, a moment with a friend, something that made you happy. Even just 4 or 5 sentences is enough. Speak it and stretch your sentences. Add feeling to what you say. For example, last year I tried to speak English with a tourist. I said something wrong, and we both laughed. But I felt proud because I tried. I spoke. That moment changed something inside of me. For your 10-minute mission, do the mouth routine plus 1 short personal story. Speak it out loud, not in your mind. This builds your confidence. And your sentence fluency, and real-life speaking power. In the real world, you do not speak textbooks. You speak stories. Day 5 is to practice in front of the mirror. Your mindset is this. If I can speak to myself, I can speak to the world. Today, go to a mirror and look at your face and speak to yourself like a coach. That you are strong, you are learning. You are growing, you are becoming fluent. This is identity speaking. For your 10-minute mission, do the mouth training routine plus a mirror pep talk. You can add facial expressions and use your hands, speak with energy. Why is this powerful? It builds your body and voice connection. You see yourself as a speaker. It removes fear and creates a habit. Mirror practice is used by actors and leaders. Today, you become one. Day 6 is to repeat and stretch. Your mindset is this. Repetition creates rhythm. Rhythm creates fluency. Today, go back to a sentence from day 1 to 5 and repeat it, then stretch it further. For example, I am learning English. Stretch it to, I am learning English every day. I started this challenge to speak better. I want to speak fluently because I want to grow. For your 10-minute mission, do the mouth routine plus stretch 3 old sentences. Why does this work so well? This is how children learn to speak a language. They repeat, then expand, then own the language. Now, so do you. Day 7 is to become who you speak. Your mindset is this. I do not just speak English, I live it. Today is your transformation day. You have trained your mouth for 6 days. You have spoken to yourself, your world, and your future. Now, today, you say who you are. Stand up and breathe deeply. Speak these lines out loud. I am an English speaker. I do not wait for confidence, I create it. I have trained my mouth and found my voice. This is not the end, this is my beginning. I speak, I grow, and I live in English. Optional but powerful. Record a short 30-second video. Say your name, where you are from, and what you learned in 7 days. You do not have to post it. Just keep it for yourself as proof that you are becoming fluent. You just finished a 7-day mouth transformation. Maybe you made some mistakes. Maybe your voice shook a little. Maybe you forgot some words. Maybe you repeated simple sentences. But listen carefully to this. Every word you spoke gave power to your future. Every breath you took in English gave strength to your voice. Every second you spent practicing made you stronger than those who are still waiting. You did not wait, you trained. You did not hide, you spoke. You did not give up, you grew. Now, imagine what will happen if you do this. For 30 days, 90 days, every day. That is not just fluency, that is a new you. Part 5. The mindset of a fluent speaker. Many people believe that English fluency comes from studying more grammar, learning more vocabulary, and watching more videos, and reading more books. But the truth is, you can have all the grammar and still stay completely silent. You can have a big vocabulary and still feel afraid. You can understand English movies and still avoid speaking the language. Why? Because speaking is not just about your brain, it is about your beliefs. If you believe, I am not good enough, people will laugh at me. I am too old to learn this. I will never sound fluent at all. Then even the best methods in the world will fail. But if you believe, I am learning every day, mistakes are proof of my progress. My voice deserves to have space. Fluency is my right to have. Then you will speak, you will practice, and you will grow. You will win. I will no longer ask for permission to speak English. I will give it to myself. You do not need a certificate. You do not need approval from others. You do not need someone to tell you, now you can speak English. You just need one single decision. I speak, I practice, and I grow every single day. That is where fluency truly begins. Let us talk about the invisible enemies of fluency, the thoughts and emotions that stop you from speaking. The fear of judgment. You are afraid people will laugh at you, correct you, or think you sound silly. But here is the truth of the situation. Nobody becomes fluent in silence. Every fluent speaker you admire made mistakes, sounded bad, and kept on going. You do not speak for other people. You speak for your future self. The fear of mistakes. You want every sentence you say to be perfect. But perfect sentences come from imperfect practice. Speak broken English, speak slowly, speak with pauses, but speak. Because broken English today equals fluent English tomorrow. Overthinking is another enemy. You try to plan every sentence in your mind. You worry about grammar, tenses, articles, and accent. And by the time you try to speak, it is too late. You remain silent. But fluency is not a school test. It is a daily conversation with the world. You do not need to be fast, you just need to be free. Comparing yourself to others. You see people on Instagram, YouTube, or in movies, speaking fast, sounding confident, and you feel small. But listen carefully. You are not them, you are you. You are not late, you are on your own journey. Every fluent person started where you are now. What matters is not who speaks better, but who practices more. If you want to build your fluency, you need to protect your mind. You need to build beliefs that support your growth. Here are 7 new beliefs to repeat, write, speak, and live with every day. Rule 1. I am not learning English. I am becoming English. Fluency is not about passing a test. It is about building an identity for yourself. You do not just study English. You live it, speak it, and grow with it. Rule 2. My mouth is my teacher. Your mouth trains your brain. Speaking creates a new memory. Repetition builds your power. Every word you say out loud brings you closer to fluency. Rule 3. I speak first. I fix later. Speak with what you already know. Mistakes are always welcome. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Rule 4. Confidence is a muscle. You do not wait for confidence to arrive. You build it like strength through small daily actions. Every time you speak, your confidence grows, even if nobody else can see it. Rule 5. I compete only with yesterday's me. You do not need to speak like a native. You need to speak better than you did last week. That is real progress. That is fluency. Rule 6. My voice has value. English is not just about vocabulary. It is about sharing your thoughts, stories, and feelings. Your story matters, your words matter, you matter. Rule 7. Fluency is my right, not a luxury. You do not need to be rich. You do not need to be born in America. You do not need to be perfect. You just need a mouth and a decision. And you already have both of those. Say these in front of the mirror. Whisper them before you sleep. Repeat them until your brain starts believing. I am an English speaker. My fluency grows with my own practice. Mistakes do not make me weak. They make me real. Every sentence I speak builds my future. I no longer study English. I live it. Fluency is not a dream. It is my daily habit. My voice is becoming stronger every day. English is not hard. It just needs my voice. I do not wait for confidence. I create it. When you stop chasing perfection and you start practicing freedom, everything changes for you. You feel less nervous and you speak more naturally. You stop translating in your mind. You start thinking in English. You enjoy your progress. You speak with your full voice. Because now you are not learning from fear. You are learning from freedom. You have trained your mouth. You have completed the 7-day challenge. Now you have trained your mindset. You are no longer just an English learner. You are a speaker in training. And speakers do not stay silent. Speakers do not wait. Speakers do not beg for fluency. They create it daily through repetition, identity, belief, and bravery. From now on, every sentence you say, every mistake you make, every word you whisper, every repetition you do is a step toward the confident, powerful version of you. Part 6. Do not let fluency die inside you. Why do most people never become fluent? It is not because they are lazy. It is not because they are not smart. It is not even because they do not know what to do. It is because they stop. They pause. They wait. And they let life get in the way. They lose all of their momentum. And slowly their voice disappears again. That is why so many people say, I tried to learn English, but I gave up. I was improving, but I lost my habit. I feel like I am starting over again and again. And the saddest part is that the fluency they could have built dies inside them. It never comes out. It never grows. It never gets a chance to live. But that will not be you, because this time you are not going back. Fluency does not come from one big moment. It does not come from a magic trick. It does not come from one powerful app or lesson. Fluency comes from what you do. When nobody is watching you, it comes from that 10 minutes before bed, when you whisper sentences to yourself. That walk when you describe what you see in English. That morning where you speak to your reflection. That lunch break when you repeat your identity phrases. That tiny moment when you feel like skipping, but you do not. Fluency lives in those special moments. It is not about perfection. It is about consistency. Let me give you the real formula. For lifelong English fluency, in simple words, you must speak every day. Even 5 minutes is enough. But make it a daily habit. Speak to yourself, whisper and repeat, but speak. Speak with emotion and feel the words. Do not say them like a robot. Say them like you mean them. Say them like you believe them. Use your life as your teacher. Talk about your day, your food, your memories. Do not wait for a lesson. Your life is the best classroom. Repeat your identity daily. I am an English speaker, not just a student or a learner, but a speaker. Do not break your chain of progress. If you speak today, do not skip tomorrow. Build your fluency like a chain, strong, unbroken, and powerful. Create a small wall on your door, mirror or notebook, and write this. Day 1, check mark. Day 2, check mark. Day 3, check mark. Day 4, check mark. Day 5, check mark. Day 6, Day 7, Day 8, Day 9, Day 10, Day 30, Day 100, Day 365. Every time you speak, even for 1 minute, mark a check mark. That is your proof and your power. That is your path to real fluency. It does not have to be perfect. It just has to be daily. You will have bad days sometimes. You will feel tired and you will doubt yourself. You will ask, am I improving? Is this working? Maybe I am not good enough. Let me tell you exactly what to do. In those difficult moments, speak anyway. Speak a small sentence. Speak one line of truth. Speak one identity phrase. Even 30 seconds is power. Watch your own growth. Go back to your recordings. Listen to how you sounded last week. Feel the difference and celebrate it. Remember who you were doing this for. Not for your teacher or for school. Not for YouTube. You are doing this for you, your freedom, your future, and your dreams. This is hard to hear, but it is the truth. If you stop using English, you do not just pause. You start forgetting what you learned. Your confidence will fade. Your mouth will become stiff. Your identity will become quiet again. That is why this system is not a one-time plan. It is a lifestyle. You do not have to speak for hours. You just need to train your voice like your breath. Every day, every moment. From now on, you do not speak English only when it is needed. You do not speak only during interviews or exams. You do not wait for someone to listen. You speak because you are a speaker. You are a fluent human in training. You are building the voice the world needs to hear. Use these phrases every day. Speak them out loud, record them, and stretch them. Repeat them to yourself. Today I feel. Right now I can see. I am grateful for this week. One thing I love about my life is, my dream is, when I speak English, I used to feel scared, but now I speak, not because I am perfect, but because this is who I am becoming. These are not just speaking exercises. These are identity anchors. These make you fall in love with English again. Final part. If you do not speak, you vanish. Let me tell you something that no book, app, or teacher will tell you. If you do not speak your truth. If you keep waiting for confidence. If you keep hiding your voice behind grammar books, you will disappear. Not from the world, but from your own potential. Because deep inside of you, there's a version of you who is fluent, free, confident, and expressive, bold and unforgettable. But that version of you is locked inside your silence. And every day you do not speak, you tell that version of you, stay quiet, not yet, maybe someday, and slowly that version of you fades. Not because you are not smart or strong, but because you waited too long. Fluency is not a natural gift. It is not a language talent. It is not a personality trait. It is a choice. Every single day, you have two options. Stay quiet, stay safe, stay unsure, or speak, practice, and become. One road leads to regret, the other leads to power. And the truth is, there is no third road. You either train your mouth or you lose your language. You either build your fluency or you stay stuck. You either become a speaker or you live like a prisoner, inside your own silence, if you want real, permanent, unbreakable English. Then live by these 3 laws every day. Law number 1, if you do not speak, you shrink. Every day you avoid speaking. Your confidence does not just pause, it shrinks. Your belief dies, your rhythm dies, your voice fades. The only way to grow is to speak. Even in pain, even when nervous, even if broken, speak anyway. Law number 2, if you do not use it, you lose it. You may have studied English for years, but if you do not use it, your words become dust. In your mind, you forget, you struggle, and you lose speed. You lose your belief. Fluency is not a subject to remember, it is a skill to protect. Just like your body weakens without movement, your English weakens without speaking. Law number 3, you are either building fluency or you are building fear. Every action you take is building something. You are either building your confidence or you are building your excuses. You are either building your fluency or you are building your fear. There is no neutral, no standing still, no taking a break from it. Every day you stay silent, your fear gets stronger. And every day you speak, even one sentence, your future becomes louder. Let me show you what fluency looks like. When you do not stop. On day 1, you feel awkward. You mumble and you repeat. On day 3, you feel silly, but you keep going. On day 7, your mouth becomes faster. You say longer sentences. On day 14, you start talking while walking, cooking, or working. On day 21, you no longer need to translate. Words will come naturally to you. On day 30, you explain your day in English without any fear. On day 60, you feel connected to English. You talk in your sleep. On day 90, you do not think English. You think in English. And that is when you finally realize you did not just learn English, you built a new version of yourself. People can teach you things. Apps can show you examples. Books can give you knowledge. But no one, not even me, can speak for you. Only you can train your own voice. Only you can build your own fluency. Only you can create the speaker you want to be, and if you do not do it, no one will. Most learners will watch hundreds of videos, save Instagram reels and buy grammar books, say I will start tomorrow, and then they do nothing. They will stay in silence. They will stay trapped and feel jealous of others. They will feel frustrated in conversations. They will lie awake at night thinking, why cannot I speak like them? But you watched until the end. You listened with your heart. You practiced with your mouth. You are not like the rest. You are ready. Every night before you sleep, every morning before the world wakes up, say this to yourself. My voice matters. I speak to become who I am. I speak because I do not want to die, with my voice still inside me. I do not need permission. I need practice. And I will speak even if I am the only one listening, because one day the world will listen too. If you remember nothing else from this entire video, remember this simple fact. English fluency is not about being perfect. It is about being persistent. You do not need to speak like a native. You do not need a fancy accent. You do not need to impress the world. You just need to speak, to show up, to train, to repeat, and to believe. Because your mouth is not just for eating, or smiling, or staying quiet. Your mouth is the gateway to your freedom, and now it is time to use it. If this video touched your heart, if it made you feel like you can finally speak, if it gave you a method, a mindset, and a mission, then do not keep it to yourself. Speak one line today. Tell us in the comments what part changed your life. Begin your 90-day voice challenge. And subscribe to this channel if you want to build your fluency with power, peace, and purpose. This channel exists for your voice. This is a movement, not just a video. We are not here to impress you. We are here to wake you up and help you become the speaker the world has been waiting to hear from. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for listening. Now, go speak and never be silent again. Because your fluency begins right now.